As I mentioned in this video, we will create the animation of the 3D camera inside of this scene. Let's just jump back to the solid view, click on N to hide this tab, and let's exit the camera mode. And let's maybe collapse this one to something like here and change the editor to the timeline because that's what we will need to create this animation. And let's select our camera. Our camera will basically move, if I jump to the top view, it will move something along this axis. So that's what we will try to do in this video. The easiest way to create this animation is actually not by using the camera elements, by parenting the camera to another object that will act like a controller of the camera, because I don't want to ruin the position of this camera. So here's what we're gonna do. I will go Shift A, and inside of empty, I will have an object called plane axis. So I'll just click on plane axis, and maybe you can scale it a little bit up so you can see it better, something like this, and maybe click on Ctrl A and apply the scale. I will go to my camera and hit Shift S, and you will have here an option called cursor to selected, which will basically move the 3D cursor to this camera. I will go to this object, Shift S, and selection to cursor. And basically right now, Blender moved the empty element that we added, which I will call camera controller, moved it basically to the position of our camera. If I go right now to my camera properties here, I will find that it is actually rotated 155 degrees on the Z axis. So I will hit Ctrl C, I will go to my empty object and hit Ctrl V, just so that both of them are actually rotated the same way on the Z axis. And basically I will parent this camera to this null object. I will select the camera, then select the null object, hit Ctrl P, and you will have the menu set parent to. Just hit on set parent to object, and right now if I move this axis or this empty object, I will basically move the camera with it. So let's jump to the top view, and I will select my empty object. I will go to the location and just hit I to create a keyframe. We basically saved the position of this empty object, and therefore the camera at frame 1, it will be at this place. I will have a 10 seconds animation, let's say. I will go to 240. Those are actually frames, and a normal video is 24 frames per second. So if I want 10 seconds, I need to multiply 24 by 10, which will give me 240. So make sure to change the end to 240. And right now I need to save the position of this empty object in a new position. So I will go G and make sure to hit Y, which will give you the normal Y axis. I want to jump to the local Y axis, hit Y again. And as you can see, I can move right now this camera on somehow a normal line to it. It is kind of diagonal with the position of this camera. So I will go G, Y, double Y another time, and just move it maybe a little bit somewhere right here. After doing that, make sure to go to your timeline, hit I again, and select all channels. And if we go to the frame 0 and hit play, as you can see, our camera is animated. One important thing right now, as you can see, the camera will start slow, then start to go faster and faster and faster and faster, and at the end it will slow down again. This is not the kind of animation that I want. I want it to be basically linear, so it will keep the same velocity along the animation path. To do that, make sure to select both of your keyframes, hit T, and just change it from Bezier, which is the normal interpolation, just change it to linear. And right now it will always keep the same velocity when it's moving as I want it to be. I will go to frame 0 and just try to judge how fast the camera is moving. So let's just hit play. Alright, that's actually, in my opinion, looking super good, and I really like the velocity and the speed of this animation, so I will just keep it at that. And by doing this, we're basically ready right now to render this scene. The only thing that we still need to do is basically to adjust the render settings and break down this entire scene to layers and prepare it for rendering. So yeah, see you in the next video.